Hey, record loving friends, this is Brian from tokyorecordstyle. I got a lot of new subscribers in the last few days. Thank you for following and checking out the Vinyl Tag 2024 video. I watched a bunch, followed a bunch of new channels, and learned about a bunch of new people in the VC. Looking forward already to Vinyl Tag 2025. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce anybody who's new to the channel to tokyorecordstyle. It's actually not only a YouTube channel, it is a photography project that was born out of a curiosity of seeing people on the streets of Tokyo carrying their record store bags. When I see somebody carrying a record store bag, I approach them and I say, hey, are those records? I'm a record collector too. If you got a second, I'd love to make your photo, talk to you about what you got, and so on. I wanted to introduce everybody to the website, tokyo.record.style, and I wanted to also introduce you to the Instagram, which I'll pull up right here. It's like a long stream of people that you can check out on the streets of Tokyo, and I write these sort of humans of New York-ish tributes to them, and it's just an opportunity for me to exercise my writing noodle and just get some creative juices flowing. So I've actually thought that I would highlight some of the past people that I've featured, kind of randomly pick somebody from at the beginning of the series. This has been going on for about a year and a half. I'm going to pull out Matty Fresh, and I think our friend Tetsu, who were two of the first people that I photographed for tokyorecordstyle. Here's Matty Fresh, and here is one of the first encounters that I made from meeting him. Here we go, Matty Fresh. I spotted a woman in a plaid jacket carrying a record store bag, walking along the opposite side of the street. If I could dash ahead and catch the green light, I could possibly intercept her at the crosswalk for a photo. I locked in on the plaid jacket, rounded the corner, busted through the melee of people crossing, and got tripped up by a couple wheeling along a pair of suitcases. Wait, where'd the plaid jacket girl go? Search around, I lost her. Poof. Vanished. Damn it. Momentarily defeated, I leaned against the street rail to lament. When out from the shop, right in front of me, comes this brightly colored Western character, rocking some Air Jordan 1s, a gold chain, and head-to-toe Ralph Lauren swag, carrying the same disc union bag that I had just lost in the crowd moments ago. Excuse me, got a sec? I say. Maybe, he says, looking me up and down with some suspicion. What for? I'm a cameraman and a record collector too, and I just started this project making photos of people with their records. Did you just score some records? What'd you score, and would you want to pose for a photo? Right, cool, yeah, man, sure, he says with an Australian accent and a friendly smile. I'm Matty Fresh. Nice to meet you, Matty. I'm Brian. Show me what records you scored. And that's how it started. Matty introduced me to his pal Tetsu, who looked equally fresh in his Jordans and premium RL tracksuit, and who'd I'd photograph actually later in this quickly becoming storied evening. Then he busted out this obscure soundtrack by Zero Zayo from the hit television detective series Daitokai, the Big City, or the Big Metropolis, that depicted, quite realistically I'm told, violent crimes and mafia syndicates of the late 70s, starring the action heroes and heartthrobs of bygone movie eras, including Tetsuya Watari and Yujiro Ishihara. I listened to the soundtrack, and it's funky as hell. Think kung fu, blaxploitation genres like Shaft or Enter the Dragon, but Japanese and different. Give it a listen. After a nice couple of shots, we went our own ways. As I was walking away, I thought to myself, damn it, that was too short. I should have chatted those dudes up more. I didn't even catch what they did. Oh well. Note to self, Brian. Go slower. Breathe. Bring it down a notch. Subconscious dialogue. Are you even able to bring it down a notch? As luck would have it, while I myself was later perusing the 100 yen 7-inch singles at HMV down the road, there again were Matty and Tetsu. Hey, long time no see, fellas. I was just kicking myself for not asking you a few more questions. What do you do, and whereabouts are you living? What's the rest of the story? Yeah, man, we live down in Kamakura. I'm a producer. I make samples and beats, buy and sell records around the world. Been here for about 10 years. I come up here all the time. We went on to have a 15-minute chat about music, about collecting, about sampling, about discogs, about Japan being a record store mecca of the world, about Rick Rubin and a quote he said recently, "I can't own all the records, which bums me out, so I choose to own none." And about how, although Japanese collectible pressings, like of the Beatles or the Stones, don't always but can sound inferior to US or UK pressings, collectors around the world still want the Japanese pressings because they're almost always in perfect condition. And they have the exotic obi, often additional inserts, better quality packaging, Japan-only gatefolds, and more. That, again, despite being pressed from copies of originals, are on the whole, just all around better for collections. The only thing to add to my second meeting of Matty and Tetsu, which was both a relief and uplifting, is that it wouldn't be the day's last time with them. Stay tuned for more. So that is Matty Fresh. We had a really nice chat at HMV. I was really lucky to serendipitously meet them just a few moments after that initial meeting in Kichijoji, Japan. After I saw them in front of Disc Union, I myself walked over to HMV where I bumped into them again and said, "Oh, hey guys, I'm so glad I caught up with you." And we said goodbye again. And I was walking along and going back to my bike, a kilometer away, I saw them again. And I was like, "Ah, hey." And I said, "Tetsu, I didn't get your photo." They were actually parked in a parking garage. So I went over to the parking garage and found a really cool shot of Tetsu. So here's Tetsu, who scored a Roberta Flack record, who I love. I met Tetsu on the streets of Kichijoji with Matty Fresh from the previous post. He hadn't any records with him in that moment, so I didn't really think to make his photo, that was it. But it was nice to meet him. And it was even nicer to run into him again about 15 minutes later at HMV digging through the jazz records and chat him up a bit more. He mentioned knowing Matty from his days in Brisbane, and we got to talking about DJing, and he pulls out an image from his phone of two face-to-face dueling DJ decks, 4 turntables, set up at his flat, and I was like, "What? Quite the setup." He told me he'd been DJing for years, all genre, but a lot of jazz and hip-hop. Cool. We had a nice chat, and eventually I said goodbye and left HMV, meandering through the back streets back to my bike, wondering if I might see another happy record collector on the way. I didn't, so I got to the garage, hopped on my bike, pulled out, and as fate would have it, there again were Matt and Tets. A third time, looking surprised to see me on a motorcycle. "Whoa," said Tetsu. "Nice bike. My car is actually parked in the garage across the street under the tracks, along with some records that I scored today." I said, "Wait, so you got some records today too that I can photograph? Well, then we gotta get you featured on Tokyo Record Style. Let's do it. I'll meet you in the garage. I'll come around the back way." So I met Tets in the dimly lit car park under the Chuo line. I strolled up on his glossy fresh jet black Nissan X-Trail with decked out rims and trim as he pulled out a handful of Roberta Flack records, including First Take, a record that's been in my collection and on heavy rotation since 1998. I checked my copy, and that's the date the Bart's Price sticker says. First Take's first track, Compared to What, is a tune I often kick off a DJ set with. It just sets a certain mood the way it sneaks up on you. I mentioned to Tets Roberta Flack's tune Reverend Lee, another first track off another album called Chapter 2, which always gets people grooved. We had a nice chat. For the Tokyo Record Style photo, Tets pulled out a copy of Quiet Fire, which I don't know, but really want to. What an iconic cover. I asked him to bust out that 4 turntable image, and he happened to have an iPad in the back of the car and showed me again, and then did a couple of cool poses in the shady looking garage. It felt a little bit like a vinyl drug deal, but all in good fun. Had to throw some Roberta Flack on this morning for you, Tets. Thanks for sharing some smiles and some stories and some music appreciation with me this weekend. See you out there again. So that was Matty Fresh and Tetsu, 2 characters I met on the streets of Tokyo who have been part of the Tokyo Record Style photography project. So again, this is the essence of the project. Spot people carrying their record store bags on the streets, approach them, say hello, tell them that you're also a record collector and music appreciator, and share some connection and musical appreciation, and make some nice photos for the Tokyo Record Style project. Check out the website, tokyo.record.style, where there is even more. So it's over on Instagram. Please give me a follow on Instagram, Tokyo Record Style. You know, we're here on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get alerted about the next video. So thank you again for your attention. I appreciate you let me have a little story time with you. If you like this video and want to see more like it, leave a comment. I'm really looking forward to engaging with you. And until next time, I'll see you at the record store. Bye.